You've been in the bath a little too long. You look down. Your fingertips look like 10 tiny raisins that have personally given up on life. And your first thought is, why does my body do this? Good question. The answer is weirder than you think, because the explanation you were probably taught is wrong. Here's the version everyone knows. Your skin soaks up water like a sponge. It swells. It runs out of room. It buckles into wrinkles. Clean. Intuitive. Makes total sense. It's also basically backwards. Stay with me, because this isn't just bath trivia. The thing happening to your fingers right now is controlled by your nervous system, and when it stops happening, doctors actually pay attention. Your raisin hands are a status light for your body. First clues showed up almost a century ago. Doctors noticed something strange in patients with nerve damage in the hand. You could soak those fingers as long as you wanted. Nothing. Smooth as marble. Now think about what that means. If wrinkling were just skin drinking water, everyone's fingers would wrinkle. Water doesn't care about your nerves, but the wrinkles did. So the skin wasn't doing this on its own. Something was telling it to. That something is your autonomic nervous system. The autopilot. The part that runs your heart rate and your breathing while you're busy doing literally anything else. Specifically, the sympathetic branch, your get ready, things are happening system. Wrinkling isn't passive, it's a command. So here's what's really going on. Soak your fingers for a few minutes and your nervous system fires a signal. The tiny blood vessels in your fingertips constrict. They clamp down. Blood volume in the fingertip drops. And the soft pad underneath the skin? It loses volume. It deflates, just a little. The skin on top suddenly has too much surface and not enough stuffing. So it collapses inward, into ridges and valleys. Read that again. Your fingers don't wrinkle because they puff up. They wrinkle because they cave in. It's not a sponge swelling, it's a tent with the poles pulled out. Okay, so it's deliberate. Your body builds these wrinkles on command, which raises the obvious, slightly unsettling question. Why would evolution bother? Why spend nerves and blood vessels on raisin hands? The leading idea has a great name, the rain tread hypothesis. Look closely at wet fingertip wrinkles and they form little channels, like the tread on a tire or the grooves on the bottom of a shoe. Tires have those grooves to push water out of the way so the rubber can actually grip the road. The theory? Your fingers do the same thing. Wrinkles drain the water out from under your skin so you can grab wet stuff without it sliding around. Useful if you're, say, a primate fishing slippery things out of a stream. Less critical if you're a modern human fishing a bar of soap out of the tub. But the wiring's stuck around. Now, here's where I have to be straight with you. Scientists argued about this, loudly. One small study had people move wet objects around with wrinkled fingers versus smooth ones. The wrinkled hands won. Point for tire treads. Then another group tried to repeat it and found no advantage at all. Point against. Then a much bigger study, around 500 people, found that wrinkled fingers needed less grip force to hold wet objects steady. Point back to tire treads. So the what is settled. Vasoconstriction, your nervous system, fingers caving in. The why is still a genuine scientific shrug. Probably grip, not 100% nailed down, which is honestly the most honest a video like this can be. But here's the part I love. Those raisin fingers you've been side-eyeing this whole time. They're not a malfunction, not your skin failing, not you dissolving. They're a feature, an active, evolved, nervous system-controlled wet weather grip mode that switches on without you even noticing. And then, once your hands dry off, your nervous system stands down, the blood vessels relax, and the wrinkles smooth right back out. Usually within 10-20 minutes. Free upgrade, comes standard, resets itself. So next time you climb out of the pool looking like you aged 40 years from the wrists down, that's not damage. That's your body quietly switching into all-terrain mode. Kind of incredible for a thing you've ignored your entire life. If the explanation everyone taught me is wrong is your kind of energy, you're in the right place. Subscribe, and I'll keep finding the everyday stuff that's secretly way stranger than it looks. See you in the next one.